What if the most extraordinary place on Earth wasn't built at all? What if it was simply discovered? There is a question that has followed humanity across every civilization, every century, every continent. Where do we go when the world becomes too loud? Not a philosophical question, a practical one, because the answer has always been the same. We go to water, we go to stone, we go to places where the earth itself seems to breathe. Long before architecture existed, long before the first temple was raised or the first palace designed, human beings were already seeking out the same kinds of places. Hot springs hidden inside volcanic rock, rivers carving silence through ancient forest, coastal caves where the sound of waves made thought impossible, and rest inevitable. Something in us has always known that certain places heal, not through medicine, not through technology, but through the simple, irreducible power of nature. This concept explores that knowledge and transforms it into a world you can inhabit. From the very first image, the invitation is unmistakable. Layers of white stone descend toward the sea, carved not by tools, but by time itself. Water moves between terraces not as an amenity, but as a presence. Warm light fills archways that no architect could have drawn perfectly, because they were never drawn at all. They were found. The vegetation doesn't grow in planned arrangements. It spills downward from every ledge, as though the cliff has been doing this for centuries, long before anyone thought to add furniture. There is a word the Japanese use, shizen. It means naturalness, but not the naturalness of a garden that pretends to be wild, the naturalness of something that has simply always been this way. This design pursues that quality with extraordinary conviction. And it does so by drawing on a tradition far older than modern wellness culture, or luxury hospitality, or any contemporary idea of what a spa should be. It draws on the oldest tradition in the world, the tradition of water. For as long as human civilization has existed, water has occupied a special place in how we understand healing. The ancient Romans built vast thermal complexes, the thermae, not as private retreats for the wealthy, but as public institutions at the very center of city life. Citizens of Rome spent hours each day immersed in heated pools, moving between temperatures, between conversation and silence, between the social world and the interior one. The baths of Caracalla alone could accommodate 16,000 people simultaneously. 16,000 people, choosing stillness and warmth over the noise of the city beyond the walls. That choice has never stopped being made. In Japan, the tradition of the onsen stretches back more than 1,000 years. Volcanic springs emerging from the earth at perfect temperature, surrounded by cedar forests and mountain silence. The Japanese understood something the Romans also understood, and that every great wellness tradition eventually rediscovers. Water is not a luxury. It is a necessity of a different kind. Not the necessity of survival, the necessity of restoration. In Turkey, the hammam evolved across centuries into one of the most sophisticated wellness rituals ever designed. Steam, stone, silence, touch. The hammam was not simply a place to wash. It was a place to transition, to leave one state of being and arrive at another. In Scandinavia, the tradition of sauna and cold water immersion became so deeply embedded in daily life that it shaped entire architectures, entire philosophies of comfort. The Nordic understanding of wellness rests on a simple insight. The body knows how to heal itself. It simply needs the right conditions: heat and cold, steam and silence, stone and water. What unites all of these traditions, across thousands of years and thousands of miles of cultural distance, is the same instinct. That certain combinations of nature, water, warmth, stone, air, stillness, create conditions that no medicine, no technology, and no amount of luxury can replicate. They return us to ourselves. This concept understands that instinct completely, and rather than referencing these traditions through decoration or metaphor, it builds them into the very bones of its architecture. Step inside the first interior spaces, and the shift is immediate. The natural stone ceiling curves overhead like the interior of a sea cave discovered at high tide. Warm light filters through openings that frame the ocean beyond. The way light enters tide pools, generous and golden, changing as the hours pass. Water appears everywhere, not as decoration, but as atmosphere. The sound of it, the coolness it releases into the air, the way it moves at the edge of every living space, creates something that wellness researchers now spend considerable effort trying to quantify, but that the Roman bather, the Japanese pilgrim, and the Nordic sauna keeper already understood without needing a name for it. Water makes us slower, not tired, slower in the way that matters, more present, more aware of the body, more willing to let time pass without measuring it. And that quality, that rare, irreplaceable quality of allowing time to simply pass, may be the most precious thing a place can offer in the world we live in today. The great luxury hotels of the 21st century have all arrived at the same conclusion. The most extraordinary experiences they can offer are not the ones that impress. They are the ones that restore. And so they build waterfalls into lobbies. They plant forests inside atriums. They carve pools from natural rock and let vegetation reclaim their facades, not because it is fashionable, because it is true, because somewhere beneath every preference we have been taught, beneath every idea of elegance we have inherited, the body remembers what actually feels like rest. And rest has always looked like this: stone overhead, water nearby, green things growing without permission, light arriving at an angle nature chose, not a lighting designer. Move deeper into this vision, and the architecture begins to dissolve entirely. Interior spaces open directly onto pools that have no clear edge, the water continuing outward until it meets the horizon of the sea. A cave bar carved from raw stone, its ceiling a landscape of organic curves, its light warm and low, its atmosphere closer to a grotto discovered by accident than a space designed for service. Woven pendant lights hang like lanterns in a forest at night. The bar itself is warm timber, smooth and unhurried, the kind of surface that invites you to rest your hands and stay longer than you planned. This is what the best hospitality design understands. Luxury is not the quality of what is served. It is the quality of how time feels while you are there. In the wellness spaces, the design reaches its most intimate expression. Natural stone walls rise on either side, their surface rough where the rock was left untouched, smooth only where human hands found it necessary. A wave-shaped timber ceiling descends in long, breathing curves, warm light tracing its contours like the glow of embers. Steam rises behind glass. Candles rest in golden vessels on stone ledges. The atmosphere is neither interior nor exterior. It exists in that rare threshold between the two, where the body no longer knows whether it is sheltered or exposed and stops needing to know. This is the condition that every great spa tradition has pursued. The dissolution of the boundary between self and place. The Roman bather called it odium, purposeful rest, not idleness. Rest as a discipline, rest as an art form, rest as something worthy of extraordinary architecture. The sleeping spaces carry that philosophy further still. A bedroom suspended between cave and coastline, its walls the living rock, its ceiling the ancient stone that has absorbed 10,000 years of silence. Glass opens directly onto still water and vertical cliffs. Cypress trees standing against the sky beyond. The landscape arranged by no one, simply present in the way that only nature can be present. Completely without effort, completely without apology. Woven lanterns drift above the bed like thoughts before sleep. The linen is undone in the way of a room where time is genuinely unhurried. Two people sit in morning light, not doing anything in particular. That is the point. The greatest spaces don't ask you to experience them. They simply make you want to stay. Imagine waking here, not to an alarm, not to traffic or notifications or the particular kind of silence that cities manufacture, which is not silence at all, but the temporary absence of noise. Imagine waking to the sound of water moving over stone, to light arriving through an arch of ancient rock, and falling across linen, warm and unhurried, the way sunlight falls in places that have never been in a hurry. There is a reason certain mornings stay with us for the rest of our lives. It is not the beauty we remember. It is the feeling. The feeling that for one morning, just one, time belonged entirely to us. This concept asks a question that most architecture never thinks to ask. Not what should this place look like, but what should this place feel like? And the answer it gives is not expensive. It is not rare in the way that gold and marble are rare. It is rare in the way that silence is rare, in the way that stillness is rare, in the way that a morning with no obligations, beside moving water, under ancient stone, with warm light coming from exactly the right angle, is rare. The greatest luxury of the 21st century is not the view. It is not the service. It is not the thread count or the vintage or the name above the door. The greatest luxury is the feeling that nature has been waiting for you. That this stone was shaped by centuries of wind and water, specifically for this moment. That the waterfall you hear from your bed has been falling since long before you needed it, and will continue falling long after you leave. And that for a few extraordinary days, it fell for you.